Okay, so this is a. I think there's also a message to people out there. Of course, it's a YouTube video, so someone might be watching this video, but at the same time, I also want to say that this is kind of a video to my own self as well, because see, the thing is that we know, we know what is there, we know what is right, we know what works, and we know what doesn't. So, but it's just that what happens is that, a lot of the times I feel like our own minds are somewhat in kind of a denial, or let's say, again, the mind is not necessarily, what do you call it, not entirely in our control, or should I say, like, it's not all localized kind of, because there's also that influences that keep coming upon on us, right? A lot of things influence us, so they also determine the way we behave, the way we think, the way we act, and the way we sort of, make decisions. So all these things come together to kind of give us a very different kind of perspective, a different kind of an understanding. Discipline is important. I totally believe that you got to be disciplined in a sense that you have to have, like, basically it's about repeating. Basically, it's about having the consistency. I mean, it doesn't really matter that you wake up every day at exactly at 6 a.m. or something like that. It doesn't really matter that way. But what does matter is that you wake up early, which could be like between 4 and 6, or between 5 and 7, or anything of that sort. So it doesn't need to be specific, but it needs to be consistent enough. And the more you repeat something, in the long run, you realize that it has an impact. It makes an effect, right? Uh, you eat something junk food like once in your whole lifetime, it will go off as inconsequential or insignificant. But that's the whole point. I mean, the problem is that problem. I think the biggest problem is of misattribution, in the sense that a lot of the times we get introduced to a lot of things which are not really good habits, or which are not really like positive things to do. But unfortunately, what happens is, like, we build on those habits, or we adapt with those habits, and we kind of start thinking, like, oh, that's the go-to thing to do, like that's the thing I need to do, that's the only way that I can be happy, or that's the only way that I can progress with something. So we assume things, and a lot of the times I feel like that the things that we get addicted to, a lot of times when we're addicted, we're actually also addicted because we misattribute things, or we misunderstand things, or we don't, or or we try to convince ourselves of that something is right or something is not right. And we basically, what I'm trying to say is that we try to base our claim on a perception as opposed to proven evidence or common sense. So that's a very important thing to have a distinction about and clarity about. And the most important thing is that you gotta work hard, you gotta move